episode of Final Fantasy VII, and this is where we left off pretty much in the actual, I guess, construction area. I'm not even sure what this area is supposed to be. Just outside Sector 6. I don't know. But we're going to head back to see Marlene, because Keiko said that, hey, you know, she delivered her somewhere safely for Sarah, so we're going to head back to see Keiko's mom and see if everybody's okay. Because apparently Zeng had to go here to claim Keiko, so hopefully he didn't harm anybody else. And sure enough, there is Elmira. Yep. Took her straight from underneath her nose. Or right in front of her, actually, probably. By force. So this comes out in truth that Keiko is an ancient. She isn't, I wouldn't say fully human, but she is different from everybody else. And hey, there's a little mention of Butai. That'll come into play later for some side quests. And if you'll notice there's Biggs and Jesse there. Looks like there's maybe some romantic connection between the two. It's kind of bittersweet now, knowing that they're dead, but it's a little small detail there. I remember this. Yay, swinging her around. Lovely lover reunion there. Oh, guys! Break her back! That was hilarious every time.
Gosh. I mean, thankfully you don't ask me to do that for you. I couldn't do it.
I know.
I don't cry.
Snap your back.
That's not what I meant. Okay, if you're gonna take it like that.
So, oh yes, this is kind of tragic here. The uncertainty, the unknown of what happened to your loved one, you know, while they're off at war, and that they're not home when they said they would be. It's a kind of I'd imagine it'd be a scary thought, terrifying actually.
Kinda is.
And this is how she met Keiko. Her mother practically dead on the steps of the train station. The guard totally not doing anything there, just like letting her waste away at the bottom of the steps. His post is way more important than her life, obviously.
I hate people like that.
So I had no child. I was probably lonely, so I decided to take her home. Not even my kid, but I was lonely, so she's mine now.
Oh, that's very sweet. I'd do that. Only if the police allowed you to do that, you know.
Yeah, you gotta go through paperwork nowadays. So yeah, looks like Keiko took very quickly to Elmira. So what started off as an innocent little flower girl at the beginning of the game, now it's taken on a lot more importance in the plot. Oh wow, yeah, this part right here. I remember kind of tugged a little bit on my heartstrings when I first played this game, because it's kind of just sad and depressing in a way where, you know, this little girl who you adopted because, you know, you'd never heard word from your husband for years and years, and then all of a sudden, you know, this dead woman on the floor says, please take care of my child, and you have no one else, so you're lonely, so you've been living with this child for a while, and then all of a sudden the child just comes up and say, hey, I'm sorry, someone close to you just died. And 3 days later, you get the letter for the exact death of your husband. That, wow, wow, that is, that's some feels right there. Now, why is Zing even bothering to actually talk to Elmira? Why didn't he just take her and run off with Keiko? Because that's basically what he did, you know, just now when she brought Marlene to Elmira. But here's my thought. I think Zing wanted to have Keiko under his supervision, but since she wasn't willing to go willingly, and it would look bad probably to take a child away, you know, kicking and screaming, I think as long as she was under the care of Elmira and they knew where she was, they weren't going to do anything until it was time to actually take her for real, which is what they did. So as long as she was stayed in one place and they knew where she was, they had no reason to come take her until it was time. That's my theory. And now that it's time and she's growing too dangerous and too erratic and she's, you know, conversing with folks like Barney and Sarah and Avalanche and things, it's kind of like, well, I think it's time we start going in to pick her up. Because she's started to become a little bit of a problem. And that's exactly what happened. So, what are your theories? I think that's probably the real reason why Zhang didn't just take her when she was a little girl. There was no reason to. Not yet. Your whiskers hurt, don't cry. Oh gosh. He's like rubbing his face all over hers. Oh gosh, it burns, it scratches. Okay, I don't know. Gets you in good standing with Sarah, I think. And I hope so. Of course, gets you in good standing with Keiko. So, how they find out later from Marlene, who knows? It's all coming to a head. We've been skirting around Shinra headquarters all throughout this Midgar segment, and it's now time to go to the center of the city and tackle the actual headquarters and center of the actual company itself. That's hard to promise. Well, they give you a pretty big clue. Go into the wall market. But before we do that, there's one last thing we need to pick up. It's in this little household right here. If you checked out that little kid's stash in between the two drawers, but did not take it, then he actually has something to give you because he feels so generous. If you took his 5 gil, he wouldn't give you this little turbo ether. Yep, so it's in your best interest to not take his money, not steal it when he was sleeping earlier. Which is a pretty darn good item this early in the game. Wow! I didn't know there were encounters in this part of the game, this little section. Probably. Oh my goodness, yeah, these guys. This is like one of the few enemies that actually steals gold and money from you. This game had a bank. But yeah, they're so slow in terms of speed, you can probably get rid of them as evidenced before they even get a chance to steal anything. Because once they steal, the very next action is, of course, to run away. And then you lose whatever they stole. I almost want to say they can steal items too, but I'm not entirely sure on that point. So we made it through last time without a single enemy encounter, so hope for the best. Ah! too soon. Ah, another hell house. Okay. I wonder what is good against this. What spell is good? That looks like it hurts, but it's only 14 damage. Yeah, we're gonna check out the cross slash and see how well it looks and what it does. Come on, Cloud. I want to show off the cross slash to you. The one cool thing that the cross slash does, which I will be using a couple times in Shinra headquarters, is that it actually, if it connects 100%, it casts stop on the enemy, and the enemy cannot do any actions for the next couple turns. So that is very useful, especially in an upcoming boss fight that I have in mind right now.
No, not the boss fight.
Oh, here's a little extra sense materia that got landed here from most likely Sector 7 destruction. Now, most people, you want to put it on and start getting AP on it, but it's not really that pertinent to my challenge. That and another character that's going to come joining us already has sense equipped with a lot of AP already on it. So there's just a second extra sense materia for no reason. So we're going to restore everybody, because we're about ready to go into one of the more interesting sections of the game. Before that, I probably might want to save too. Yeah, I got my PlayStation 2 card in slot 1. So I remember wandering around this whole area, completely lost, not knowing what to do. And I think eventually, if you talk to everybody, which I'm not going to do in this play series because it will make this video go on forever, you eventually, I think, get enough hints to get you pointed in the right direction. And we will get to Mithra here. To buying batteries from this particular shop, and then where to go to get up on top of the plate. So yeah, I need to talk to this guy over here on the tank. Okay, what he does is he doesn't tell you how many he has. So you're going to need 300 gil to buy all 3 of them. So if you don't have 300 gil, you're not going to get to the top of the plate. Or at least, yeah, you're not going to get to the top of the plate. And of course you have to go up to Don Canero's, and then you spy those kids that go off to the right, and that's where you find the actual route up to the upper plate. So I think it took me an hour or 2. I don't remember, it's been a while since, of course, my first playthrough, trying to figure out where I should be going next. I was lost. I even probably went back to Sector 5 a couple times, to Aerith's house, or Keiko's house, that is. I know I messed up, and I was trying to figure out where to go. But, yep, just that easy. Who else got lost here? Who else wasn't sure where to go after the kidnapping of Keiko and meeting Marlene and all that? Because surely I can't be the only one who is lost at this point. So, thankfully, this whole section is... no, I have to go around the other way. Yep, thank you. This whole section is devoid of enemy encounters, which is good, because you're going to be kind of wandering around a lot trying to figure out how this whole area works. Okay, and this little animation sequence goes on way longer than it ever needs to go. It just, yeah, it has to rev up all the way and then slow down all the way. Just Wasting time. This is like probably one of the speedrunner's nightmares. You can't make it go any faster. Oh! Wait. Am I supposed to come up here? No. Gosh darn it. There we go. Whoa, no! Oh, yes. This part. Let's hopefully I can get this on the first try. You gotta jump at just the right time to latch onto this. Jump too soon. Okay. We're gonna see how many times this takes me, and I'm gonna probably cut ahead to the final time, and I'll let you know how many times it's been. Woo! 6 times the charm. Okay. Onward and upward. Oh, gosh darn it. I always forget every single time. There's that little chest over there that requires a 3rd battery that you have to actually climb up the left side before, and you have to redo that whole jumping thing again. It's so annoying. I'm not even going to bother going back for it. Forget it. It's just wasting more time. I like those are just some random helicopters just flying around. There's apparently someone always on patrol. Everybody ready? Oh yeah. Let's do this. Now you got 2 options here. And both gets you to the same place, but in 2 different ways. You can go Barney's route, which you get points for him later for the gold saucer, or you can go Sarah's route, which you get points for her for the gold saucer. But either way, it's viable. Of course, knowing Barney, he's all full bore. He's like, let's go through the front door, let's kick some butt. Sarah's just like, no. We're gonna do something a little more subterfuge. We're gonna find some stairs. I don't know if Barret's gonna steamroll me right through the front doors if I say yes. Barney, if I roll through the front doors. So I'm just gonna sneak in quietly and then go save my game and probably cut the video here early. So this seems like a good place to end the particular video. Right at the foot of Shinra headquarters. And who knows how much I'm gonna accomplish. There's a lot to do in this tower, like a lot. Whoa! Okay, yeah, this was the right one. So, we'll see how much we can get accomplished in the next couple videos in the Shinra Tower. So until next time, see y'all later.